Welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, and today we're going to be continuing on with the main objective, and we're going to be going to the Sorceress Memorial. So, let's get right into it. And I want to check our ability real quick on Nomad. Yep, he's good. Alright, so we're going to run on in here. This is the Sorceress Memorial, and we're going to save Rinoa. You want to see your comrade off? I'll make an exception. Go ahead. What are you doing here? This is a restricted area. To do what I should have done earlier. I'll never know unless I do it. What are you talking about? I know what I want and what I have to do. There's still a chance. I'm not gonna look back. I'm taking Rinoa with me. What? You must be joking. It's too late. Go get her, Nomad. Rinoa, hold on. I'll get you out in a sec. What am I supposed to do? Come on. Nomad, don't. I'm a sorceress. I don't care. Nomad, Rinoa. Let's go. That man. I've seen him before. What's wrong, Rinoa? I'm just a little embarrassed. Why? I was so set on staying in Esser. But then, when you guys rescued me, it made me so happy, and no need to be embarrassed. Yeah, happy is good. Thanks, everybody. Nomad, you're awfully quiet. What's up? I have a lot on my mind. As an expert Nomad observer, he's thinking, what do we do now? Blah, blah, blah. If you think and worry too much, everything tends to turn bad. Nomad, why don't we just picture a brighter future? Whatever. But seriously, what do we do from here? I'm not really sure, but don't we have to do something about that lunatic Pandora in Esser? After all, the Galbadians are controlling it, which means Cypher is behind all this too, right? Cypher is Ultimecia's puppet. Yeah, and that Ultimecia. We can't let that sorceress from the future mess up our world. Let's go kick her butt. We're seeds. We're here to destroy sorceresses, right? Zell! Sorry. So, Nomad, where are we going? Can we go to the orphanage you guys were talking about in Trabia? That place is in shambles. There's nothing to see there. I want to stay away from places where there are lots of people. I'm a sorceress. If Ultimecia possesses me again, let's go. Head to Edia's house. Alright, so now we're off to Edia's house. Now, I'm thinking we might... Yeah, we'll go to Edia's house first. We'll do the GF quest after this, so... Alright. I don't get it. Get what? I never imagined you two would end up together. I mean, you guys are complete opposites. So I didn't think Rinoa's straightforward approach would work. I'm glad I was wrong. So, like, I'll go get Rinoa, alright? So, what should I talk about when Rinoa gets here? Nothing about the sorceress, huh? I'm sure she's trying not to think about it. Who cares if she's a sorceress, right? You don't care either, do you? Rinoa's just Rinoa. What'll become of me? Don't worry about it. There have been many good sorceresses. Idea was one. You can be like her. But Idea's still... I can't guarantee anything either if Ultimecia possesses me again. You saw me. She controlled me in outer space and made me break Adele's seal. What might happen next time? What will I end up doing? Will I end up fighting everyone? Scary thought, isn't it? No. Even if you end up as the world's enemy, I'll be your knight. If I fall under Ultimecia's control again, Seed will come kill me, right? And the leader of Seed is you, Nomad. Nomad's sword will pierce my heart. I guess it'll be okay if it's you, Nomad. Nobody else. Nomad, if that ever happens... That's enough. I'll never do anything like that. The sorceress I'm after is not you, Rinoa. My enemy is the sorceress from the future, Ultimecia. Ultimecia lives in the future and possesses me. She uses my body as her extension in this world. How? How will you save me? I'll come up with something. There's got to be a way. Don't worry. Trust me. I trust you. Well, until you find a way, maybe I should stay in Esser at the memorial? Wouldn't that be better? No, that'd be pointless. I'll just end up going after you again. Or no, just stay close to me. Oh, those words. What? That's what started everything. What are you talking about? You don't remember? Something I said? Oh, just forget it. No, it's because of the GF. That's why I forgot. That's just an excuse. Feeling better? Yeah. Can I tell you a story? I had a dream. It was a scary dream. We make a promise. We promise to see shooting stars together. I get dressed up and put on your ring. But the thing is, I can't remember where I'm supposed to meet you. I start to panic. I really want to see you, Nomad, but I don't know where to go. I start running through the mountains, the deserts, the plains, through Timber, Baum, and Galbadia. when I realize I can't run any longer, I just want to see you so badly. So I scream, "Nomad, where are you?" Then I woke up. I was crying. I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything. I just felt like I had to tell you. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. I guess you're right. How about this? I'll be here. Why? The reason why you couldn't find me was because we hadn't promised yet. Promised? I'll be waiting for you. If you come here, you'll find me. I promise. I'll be here too. It's a promise. Thanks, Nomad. Next time, we'll meet for sure. Whoa! Sorry to interrupt, but it's an emergency. We got radio contact from Esser's presidential palace. They have a plan to defeat Ultimecia. They want to hire Seed to execute it. Might be a trap to get Rinoa back in Esser. Oh, and the guy we spoke to, his name's Kiros. Could he be that Kiros? Kiros is in Esser's presidential palace. He wants to hire us? Alright, let's go. Nomad, you were always looking for a loan with tears in your eyes. Nomad, there is something I must tell you. It is about me. Yes, I believe it was 13 years ago. This is when my story begins. I first became a sorceress when I was a child, and once again 13 years ago. That day, right here, I encountered a sorceress on the verge of death. I received her powers of my own will. That sorceress was an entity of fear for my children. I could not let her get to them. But this turned out to be the beginning of my painful story. At this very minute, my bitter story has ended. I now understand there is an end, no matter how painful it may be. Therefore, Nomad, you must fight to the end, even though it may bring tragedy to others. Now, go, Nomad. Eerie, eerie, eerie. Alright, so, Esser Presidential Palace. Let's go on up here to Esser's Air Station. We're gonna swap our team out too, because I don't like using Zell all that much at this point. So hit the save point, switch Zell with Irvine, Selfies Junction with Rinoa. Alright, so this is the presidential palace, like the full place. Ward. Kiros. And that's probably... What is up with this country? Oh, sure. Hey there. Been wanting to meet you guys. You guys are the ones who were inside my head, right? Alone told me. It was like there was some kind of waves running through my head. They gave us so much power during battle. We thought they were some kind of fairies flying over us. So, I'm Laguna, President Laguna Lori of Esther. Pleased to meet you. If we weren't in a state of emergency, I'd talk to you some more. But, well, whatever. Let's talk. What do you want to know? He'll never get going if President Laguna keeps talking. So why don't you guys throw out some questions and he'll try to answer them. First things first, cards. So, we're gonna play Laguna Lori and cards for one card. And that card is Squall's card. And there it is. So let's play Zell to take it. Or, yeah, Zell to take it. Alright, now that we got the Squall card, let's talk to Laguna. Man, you look way too serious. Whatever. Explain the mission to defeat Ultimecia. Ah, straight to the heart of the matter. Just like a workaholic scene. Is it my turn? Yeah, make it short and easy to understand. I will talk however I want. Sorceress Adea told me everything. Sorceress Ultimecia comes from the future to possess the sorceress of present day. Meaning she leaves her body in the future and sends only her consciousness here. Does that sound familiar to you? It sounds like when Alone sent our consciousness back to the past. You're a smart one. My first guess was that someone in the future with an ability like Alone was sending the sorceress back here to our time. But no, that is not the answer. So how does the sorceress come back to this time? You want to hear how? Yes. Yeah. I kept this a secret to surprise you. It is because of me, Odine. I researched Alone's power long ago. I made out a pattern from the electric current running through Alone's brain. Once the pattern was determined, it was easy to mechanize. It may only be a toy right now, but in the time of Ultimecia, it is an impressive working machine. Which means there is a machine which imitates Alone's power. It is I who made the first model of that machine. I named the machine Junction Machine Alone. It is a wonderful thing to know that my invention is used in the future. Junction Machine Alone. That's about it. So Sorceress Ultimecia came to know about Alone from that machine, and Elle became Ultimecia's target. You can't blame Odine, it's useless. You want to go outside? You want to fisticuffs? Okay, we continue the story. Let's see. There is only one way to defeat Ultimecia. You must kill her in the future. There is nothing we can do unless we go to the future. There is no way to jump to the future under normal circumstances. But there is still a way. It is because Sorceress Ultimecia plans to compress time. Compressing time with magic. What good will it do for the sorceress to compress time? There may be many reasons, but it doesn't matter. Let's just figure out what Ultimecia is up to. In order for Ultimecia to exist in this time, she must take over the body of a sorceress from the present. But the machine must have a limit. Ultimecia probably needs to go back further in time to achieve time compression. Only Alone can take her back further than into the past. That is why she is desperately seeking her. We must take advantage of Alone's power. There are two sorceresses in our time, Rinoa and Adele. Of the two, Adele has not awakened yet. Once regeneration is completed, neither Laguna nor I will be safe. Sorceress Adele is probably in the process of awakening inside Lunatic Pandora. Ultimecia will want to possess Adele if Adele wakes up. That will be a horrible event. Adele is a horrible sorceress. If Adele's consciousness wins over Ultimecia, Adele will first destroy this era. So we must use Sorceress Rinoa to inherit Ultimecia's power. That's all for the mission brief. First, go to Lunatic Pandora. Alone's probably being held captive inside, so rescue her first. Then, kill Sorceress Adele before the awakening process is completed. Now, we're left with Rinoa as the only sorceress of this era. Then, wait for Ultimecia to possess Rinoa. When Ultimecia arrives, it's Alone's turn. Alone will send Rinoa back to the past with Ultimecia. Alone will have to send Rinoa and Ultimecia inside another sorceress she knows in the past. Adea or Adele, that is up to Alone. Once Ultimecia is in the past, she'll use the time compression magic. When we will see some influence here. I don't know what kind of influence, but once Alone feels it, she'll cut Rinoa and Ultimecia off from the past. Rinoa will come back to this world. Ultimecia also goes back to her own world. What would be left is the time compressed world. Past, present, and future will all get mixed together. You will keep moving through the time compression towards the future. Once you're out of the time compression, that will be Ultimecia's world. It's all up to you after that. So, you were briefed about the mission. I don't really understand it either. Will you do it? I have questions. Where's Alone? What the heck has he done with his life? Don't you wonder? When Alone was about 2, there was a massive hunt for girls in Esser. Esser soldiers came to Windhill and Elle's parents resisted. They were killed on the spot. The massive hunt was to find the successor for Esser's ruler, Sorceress Adele. Alone was raised by Rain, who lived next door, and I came to know her. Then there was another massive hunt for a successor in Esser again. Elle was taken away, even though I was there. It's the most painful episode of my life. So I rescued her and sent her off to Windhill. Shortly after that, Rain died, and Alone was sent straight to an orphanage. Why didn't you go back to Windhill with her? I wanted to, but I had my reasons. I found out about this afterward, but The reason why Alone had to leave the orphanage was because of her special power. Doc Odine wanted to do research on Alone's special power. He looked for her everywhere. The owners of the orphanage were Sid Kramer and his wife Adea. You know them better than I do. The Kramers took Elle out of the orphanage to protect her. They prepared a big ship to accommodate her. Gracious of them, huh? After a while, the ship turned into another orphanage, and Elle looked after all the kids. She said her life on the ship was a happy one, but who knows? I don't know how she could have been happy on the ship. She was on the ship for over 10 years. That ship was attacked by Galbadia recently. Esther's ship rescued them, and she finally met up with me. It was pure luck that we found her. I was out in space at the time. Alone followed me out to space. Little Elle was all grown up. Then she told me everything. Did she get back safely from space? Our escape pod rescue team was a little late. Alone was taken into custody by Galbadia. She's inside Lunatic Pandora. We're gonna rescue her. Help us out, okay? Phew! Alright, so he was out in space too, and the president that was on lunar base was Laguna. So you're briefed about the mission. I have more questions. Tell me about Rain. Rain's story? Some other time, maybe. No, I can't. It's too much for me to remember. What are you doing here? You know what I've been doing all my life, right? You were a silly Galbadian soldier. I didn't like your attitude at all. But I understood the bond between the three of you. Then you changed and you went to Windhill. Then Alone was abducted by Esser and you went on a journey. A journey to get Alone back. You wrote articles and appeared in movies to get by. You were trying to find a way into Esser. You somehow got into Esser and rescued Alone. I got a lot of help along the way. What I don't understand is, why are you the president? Want to know? It's a long story. Let's hear it. You want to hear it? Really? Okay, I'll tell you. I only set out to rescue Alone, but of course that wasn't the end of the story. It's a country ruled by Sorceress Adele, with the ingenious yet inhumane Odine. Both of them were interested in Alone. We couldn't just pack up and leave. Adele will be angry. My research will... Adele will be angry. My research will be kaput. Odine only thought about his research. But while researching under Adele's orders, he was still making many inventions. It was a device to seal magic, sealing facility. Maybe Adele can be defeated. I owed a big favor to the Adele Resistance who helped me rescue Alone. I spoke with my comrades. 2 issues came up. First, stopping the Crystal Pillar from calling monsters from the moon and destroying everything like what happened in Sintra. Second, freeing Esser from Adele's hands. We planned and planned, based on my brilliant ideas, of course. We're back in the Lunatic Pandora research facility. There is only one goal. Following Odine's instructions, we operated the panel and moved the crystal pillar. We set the course and the stop point in the ocean, and goodbye. Whoa! That was easy, but we were found out. So we gathered for a final battle to lure Adele. Adele appeared as we expected. And what is going on? We hunted down the culprit who moved the crystal pillar. Where? Inside there. Alone's been taken hostage. I knew she would go in right away if I mentioned Alone. You thought I would fall for that trick? Adele realized that Alone was a hologram, but it was too late. Yeah, of course. My plans are always perfect! Kiros, Ward, now! Ha ha ha, piece of cake! Adele was careless. She may be a sorceress, but after all, she was human. We succeeded, but we couldn't keep such a dangerous sorceress around as a trophy. We had to do something. So, we decided to send her far, far away. Someplace very far, into outer space. And that about wraps that part up. But the real work began after that. A fierce debate ensued about who should govern this country after Adele was gone. I wasn't paying close attention while they made me up to be this hero of the revolution, and I ended up being president. Odine made a lot of noise about wanting to do research on Alone. It was a mistake to send Alone back to Rain. Alone, back to Rain. Rain died, and Elle was sent to the orphanage. If I had only gone to Windhill with Elle, I would have been able to see Rain one last time. Rain was dead, Alone missing. My job kept me busy. I was left here thinking about this and that, and before I knew it, all this time had passed. Well, that's about it. Yeah, sure, I'll be waiting for the good news. Okay, so you can leave if you want to, but we need to agree to his plan. Let's talk to Kiros and Ward real quick before we agree. What? Funny looking clothes. You want to try it on? Can't talk. Alright, so now we just need to say yes. Alright! Let's go. We'll get aboard that Ragnarok. Let's do the final briefing there. I always wanted to ride in that thing, plus the name sounds so cool. Alright. Everyone. From here, we go straight to our final target, Ultimecia. Let's go over the plan again. First, enter Lunatic Pandora and rescue Alone. Next, you fight Sorceress Adele. It'll be a surprise attack. Show no mercy. Now, here comes the tricky part. Adele will need to pass her powers before being defeated. Rinoa, will you be willing to accept them? Yes. Good. Next, we wait for Sorceress Ultimecia to possess Rinoa. This will be hard on you, Rinoa, but will you do it? Yes. That's the spirit. Then, Alone sends Rinoa and Ultimecia to the past. Alone brings back Rinoa. Then, head to the future through compressed time. Ultimecia lives far in the future where none of us can technically exist. There's only one way to make yourself exist in a world like that. As friends, don't forget one another. As friends, believe in one another. Believe in your friend's existence, and they'll also believe in yours. To be friends, to like one another, and to love one another. You can't do these things alone. You need somebody. Right, guys? What place reminds you of your friends? Imagine being in that place with all your friends. Once time compression begins, think of that place and try to get there. That's all. That place will welcome you. You'll be able to get there no matter what period you're in. You need love and friendship for this mission, and the courage to believe in it. It's all about love, friendship, and courage. I'm counting on you guys. Love and friendship and all that sounds corny, but everyone seems up for it. You think it'll succeed? We'll try. Alright, and that's where we're going to cut it for today, guys. I hope you're enjoying this, and have a good one, and see you on the next one.